Guys, I accidentally dropped the controller and launched the game early, so I'm just going to start now. Hey guys, how you doing? Uh, I think I'm all ready, so that's fine. How you all doing? Milk time. I love milk. I drank too much milk today, and my stomach is gassy. We got new microphone cable. Here's the retired one over here for everyone. Becca, thank you for the 15 months. How are you doing? Here's the retired cable if you all want to say goodbye. Get your last words in for it. There it is. And now he's dead. Burial at sea. Okay. Wow. Oh! What happened? I didn't press start quick enough and now Sonic's here. Damn it! We were gonna play Mario today! If you don't press start quick enough, Sonic shows up and then you have to play a Sonic game. Yeah, there's a sea. I'm on the ship. It's the ocean, remember? The theming? Anyway, hello CG, SkullPirateMike, Danny, Cygnus, and Becca. If I missed anybody, please remind me that you're here. Spit on the cable for its disgrace. I'm doing okay, Becca. Feeling a bit... Wait. Whoa. Can I... Nothing. What the hell? Well, I can... The controller's working, because I can open the home menu. That was a loud noise. I can't do anything once I get here, though. Oh, there we go. Now I can. Alright. I did start the game a little bit, because I was going to stream this on Friday. But then I didn't, and then I just played it for a while instead, because it's fun. So let me know if the volume levels are okay and everything. Since it's a new microphone cable, things might not be set up perfectly. Sonic rant? Here's my Sonic rant, and it's about this game. When this game was coming out, they announced that the 3DS version was going to have different stages than this version. Which it did. They said the only stage that's going to be the same is Green Hill. And I thought, oh, that means they're going to do the handheld stages, because the handheld versions of the games are all different. But Green Hill was in both versions of Sonic 1, so that makes sense, right? But it turned out that they didn't do that. I really wanted stages from the Sonic Advance games. They did do a stage from Sonic Rush. And I was really hoping for stages from the 8-bit Sonic games, but they didn't do that. It was just a real missed opportunity. So instead what they did, they had Green Hill like they said, but then they still did stages from the Mega Drive games, not the handheld ones. So they did, I think they did Casino Night from Sonic 2 and then Mushroom Hill from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. When they could have done stuff from Sonic Chaos and Sonic Triple Trouble. That would have been fun. But they didn't. They didn't want to acknowledge those games. And same with, like, they just did another stage from Sonic Adventure. And for some reason, for Sonic Adventure 2 in the 3DS one, we got Shadow's first stage, even though Sonic never went there before, which felt really weird, when they could have been doing stages from Sonic Advance 1, 2, and 3. But no, we got extra stages from Heroes and shit. I'm still mad about it! Wow, SkullPirateMike, that's a lot. That's a lot of points. Yeah, I don't know what other redeems to make. Has anybody got any good ideas for redeems that I'll actually do? If I don't like them, I won't do them. Remember, spin dash in real life? I can't do that. Yeah, I feel like Redeems are very geared towards like meme streamers, and I'm not a very meme streamer. Oh, I forgot to mute the TV. So there's an echo. Sorry about the echo.
You guys.
This scene bothers the heck out of me because look at the grass is like glowing. It's too bright. Look how horrible Tails looks because he's green lit.
Got me this time. I had no idea.
Yeah, right. Happy birthday, Sonic. Hope you like this.
Like it? I love it.
Yeah, I'll think of some more things to do with points maybe. Green lighting is pretty weird, yeah.
Sonic, what's that?
It just means this scene looks bad because the grass is so bright.
What's it doing?
Right? Is it just me? Also, if you're seeing like pixelation in the video, that's what I'm seeing too. This is really, for some reason, this cutscene is really low quality. I don't know why.
Hey, not cool.
It's like super pixely for me. I don't know if you guys can see it because you're seeing it a bit smaller than I am because it's shrunk down for the stream, but I can see like pixel edges on his spikes. It does look like 480p. It might be. It's not HD, that's for sure. The rest of the game is. It's just this cutscene. Like look how pixely he is. It's so weird.
Where am I?
Like, why am I seeing this low quality, like, 2008 YouTube video? They ported the 3DS movie? Maybe they did. Alright, Green Hill again. Let me in. I actually, the other day I watched some of the cutscenes from this one in Japanese, because we still have the bad writers in this game, but they don't have much time to screw up, because there isn't much of a story in this one. So it's the writers I hate, but they didn't have much of a chance to ruin it. But I did check the Japanese cutscenes, and there are still some things where I was like, oh, that was better in the Japanese one. Ah, I knew there was a thing there, but it's been a long time since I played this, so I have like vague memories of shortcuts, but not full memories, so I'm not going to be taking the best routes. But I'll take some of them where I can remember, like that. I remembered that. Didn't remember that part though. This game's super fun though. I like it. Oh wait, am I supposed to... I can't remember if there's a way to, like, end the trick. Yeah, I remember this guy. Mr. Fish. I think I might be supposed to press, like... There we go, yeah, there's a trick finisher, I knew it. Oh, wait, okay. Could have wall jumped there, but I didn't. It's fine. Bad. I'm pretty sure, though, this is like the easiest game to get an S rank in all the time. So we'll probably, even though I have screwed up a bunch, we'll probably still get an S, I feel like. Watch me not now, just to embarrass myself. Yeah, you don't get to see, They have classic Tails. But that's it. There's no classic Knuckles or Amy. You only see classic Sonic, Tails, and Eggman. I remembered I had this, so today I'm drinking water with lemons in it. You see the lemons? It's lemons in there. Oh, I did get an S. Okay. A lemon is a bad car.
Thanks, Sonic. I thought I was dead, floating without a body in a black limbo. Ugh. I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks.
Because it's delicious, Danny. So in the Japanese version, this was the first difference I noticed.
Not to me.
So Tails says he doesn't recognize this place. In the Japanese version, he says he kinda does.
No stranger than rescuing genies in magic books or saving aliens in an interstellar amusement park. I'm more concerned about finding our friend.
This cutscene looks a lot better.
I saw something over there in the distance, like buildings, but they look weird.
That might be a good place to check out. I'll be back soon.
Wow, you weren't kidding when you said soon. I thought you already left.
Yeah, they still don't look great. It's still a bit pixely, but it's nowhere near as pixely as the first one was. Yes, past Sonic is mute. It's stupid. because past Tails is not mute. Past Tails has lines. He's just played by a child. Apparently, the guy who's in charge of like the guy who's in charge of like the Western social media stuff and everything really pushed to have Jaleel White play past Sonic, but Sonic Team wanted him to be mute. Yeah, I know all of this. Let me into the chemical plant. 2 mute main characters. I would have loved it if they got Jaleel White to play classic Sonic. For anybody who doesn't know, Jaleel White was the voice of Sonic in the 90s cartoons. He played him in all of them. There were three different Sonic cartoons in the 90s, and Jaleel White played Sonic in all of them. He also played Urkel. Yeah, like SkullPirateMike said. Yeah, and having him come back to play classic Sonic in this would have been fantastic. And I know for a fact that he would have been up for it, because he's played Sonic for free in a couple of fan-made movies. So he clearly enjoys it. I love Chemical Plant. I'm so glad this was the zone they chose from Sonic 2, because this is absolutely the best stage from Sonic 2. Oh, did I loop around? No, okay. This is new. Oh, no. Okay, that was close. This is, like, way bigger than any of these robots were originally, though. The robots in this one are, like, 4 times the size they actually were in Sonic 2. Ow. I would have for the 3DS version they had Casino Night Zone from Sonic 2, which is fine, but like I said before, I much would have preferred if they had a stage from the 8-bit Sonic 2. Or from Sonic Chaos or something. Should have had, you know, it's a handheld version. They should have had, stages from the handheld games. Sign language, that would have been pretty funny. Like, just having Sonic there signing at everybody, and Tails is the only one who can understand it, because Tails definitely knows sign language. And Knuckles definitely doesn't. The jump juice from Portal 2 kind of does look like it. I'm trying to remember if I guess I did interpret it as being a goop when I was a kid. But in the original version, it's just like balls. It's just blue balls that jump out. Yeah, Knuckles doesn't know. Knuckles doesn't know very much. Knuckles is the himbo. I always think it's funny. Like, a lot of people get very upset about Knuckles not being too smart in the games now. Like that's a new thing. When actually, what happened was, those people just didn't interpret him as smart back when he didn't talk. Because he's been, for as long as he's had a voice, it's been very clear he was dumb. And even before he had a voice, the only thing we knew about him is that Eggman tricked him. So... I think there's a limit. I think, although I love Sonic Boom Knuckles, I think that's too dumb for regular Knuckles, but I do think he's somewhat dumb. People are like, Sonic Adventure ruined Knuckles, but actually Sonic Adventure just made Knuckles' personality clearer than it had been before. That's all. Hey, even in Sonic Boom, Knuckles is sometimes kind of smart. I remember there being one where Amy says something, and he actually makes a smart observation about feminism or something. It's a feminist observation. He's the one being the feminist. I can't remember what it was Amy said though, but Knuckles is like, I think that's kind of a sexist comment you just made. Also, I really love, one of my favorite moments in Sonic Boom is when there's something that needs to be read and Knuckles is about to read it, but first he pulls out this tiny little pair of spectacles and puts them on his face. And it's just there's something so funny about that moment to me. Sorry, what? Yeah, he gets tricked by Eggman constantly. Oh, is that what he said? He says he can't read? I couldn't remember that part. But, it makes sense that Knuckles wouldn't be able to read modern language because he grew up on an island where it's established that they had their own old-time language. Remember in Sonic Riders when he translates that ancient language for them? That's cool. I like that. I like it when Knuckles is knowledgeable about ancient stuff, but doesn't know jack about the modern age. That's how Knuckles should be. He comes across as an idiot because he doesn't know anything, like, beyond 4,000 years ago. Captain America stupid. Yeah, there you go. Have I got all S's so far? Like I said, it's really easy to get S's in this game. You pretty much just have to not die. George of the Jungle, stupid. That's a good one, yeah.
This chemical plant feels familiar.
Oh, hey, Pastel.
I didn't forget a smell like this.
Didn't see you come in.
And that pink water makes me really nervous for some reason.
You're right, Tails. This place is giving me deja vu all over again.
Also, in the Japanese version, they're a lot clearer about just being like, yeah, I remember this place. In English, they're kind of like, this feels kind of familiar. I sort of recognize this. But in Japanese, they're just like, we've been here before, remember? And Sonic's like, yeah, I remember this place. It's really nice to see the levels in 3D. Oh, Amy's here. Oh, yeah. Is this the first time hearing her new voice?
Hey, Sonic. I was afraid I'd never be able to flirt with you again.
I think this is our first time hearing Amy's new voice. Probably the first time for a lot of the characters, actually. Because the new voices first came along in Sonic Heroes, and I don't think Amy was in it, was she? Neither was Knuckles. Who I believe we're going to save here. Oh yeah, look, there he is! He's here already, he's just frozen. He's a statue. I'm assuming you guys can see him. It's a shame they didn't use any. They didn't really use anything from Sonic 3 because technically this is from Sonic and Knuckles. But Sonic and Knuckles was always intended to be part of Sonic 3, so originally they were one game, but then because of time constraints, they had to cut the game in two and release them separately, like 6 months apart. And that's why you can plug them together and restore them to the way they're supposed to be. Oops. Mushroom Hill Zone was in the 3DS one. That's the zone they used for the 3DS version. So you can see it in 3D. I didn't get far enough. But again, I would have preferred like a Sonic Triple Trouble. I would have preferred Sunset Park from Sonic Triple Trouble to be in the 3DS version. Also, I found the music, a lot of the music in the 3DS version was kind of disappointing. Apart from the boss music, a lot of it didn't feel as remixed as the music in the console version does. I'm pretty sure that because they did have one handheld stage. They had Water Palace from Sonic Rush in the 3DS version. And I'm pretty sure they didn't remix the song at all for that. In the classic Sonic version, I think it just plays the normal song, and then it has a remix for the modern Sonic version. Yeah, you know, it would have been nice if they remade Generations, but it's kind of still available on everything. So I don't know that it needs it. I know exactly why they chose to remake Colors. It's because Colors wasn't on PC, and they're focusing on PC releases right now. Colors is one of the few Sonic games that wasn't available on PC. Whereas Generations already is, so I can understand why they didn't feel a need to do this one. Because this one would have made more sense, really, because this is like the most successful one. Besides Mania in the last decade. I hate these things. Okay, here we go. No, let me out. Alright, this is a death pit. You can tell because of the dead Sonic sign. I think you can turn those off. But they are useful. It's good to know when you're gonna fall to your death. Okay. Get out of here, parrots! I see the shadow of an egg robo. Oh, there he is. I understand why they chose this stage because it's pretty iconic, but there's a lot of stages I would have rather seen than this. Sky Sanctuary's fine, but Sonic 3 and Knuckles has so many great stages. It was probably really hard to choose one. It's kind of pretty. I'm not a huge fan of the color scheme of it, I guess. Although the color scheme was different in the original than it is on this. They made it more white here, and it was definitely more yellow originally. I don't know what I would have... What stage would I have wanted? Lava Reef would have been a high choice for me. Oh, Sandopolis. I would have loved Sandopolis. See you, Danny. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good supper. I'm trying to think what stages were in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I definitely know. But I just can't think of them right now. Maybe Launch Base? I don't know. Sonic and Knuckles definitely had the better stages. Oh, Flying Battery! I think that would have been my main choice, actually. Flying Battery would have been my first choice. Whoops. Okay. We did get Flying Battery in Mania, though. But I would have liked to have seen it in 3D. Alright, I'm having trouble... Alright, there we go. I'm having trouble aiming at these clouds, man. Here we go. I know! I've been doing it this whole time! Get off my back! You can turn off Omochow as well, but I left him on. Whoops! I didn't mean to do that, but it worked out. At least I didn't fall in a pit. Hey, there's like a black egg robo there. I destroyed him before you really got a good look, but I swear he was real. Let's go. I was actually very surprised that I got an S on that last stage, because I sure felt like I screwed up a bunch. Where are we going? Where are we going? Whoops. Here we go. Oops. Oops. Aha! Da, 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 da. Oh, a 1-up. It's 3 lives. I did not trust homing attacking that thing. Jump too early. Dang it! I wasn't as close to that egg robo as I thought I was. There's a teleporter. No, there's no Sonic 4 stage. They didn't consider Sonic 4 part of the main series, I guess. We've got... So there's 3 stages from the classic era, 3 stages from the Dreamcast era, and then 3 stages from the modern era. It's Sonic 1, 2, and 3, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and Sonic Heroes, and then what are the last 3? Oh, I'm supposed to be going that way. I've got to kill that egg robo. Crap. I missed the shortcut. And then, what are the last 3? I'm blanking on what the last 3 are. Unleashed, Colors, and something else. Unleashed, Colors, and what? Oh, 06! Sonic 06, Sonic Unleashed, and Sonic Colors. Completely forgot about Sonic 06. Yeah, I would have been happy with not secret rings. Yeah! Perfect bonus. And I think that means we've rescued Knuckles. What am I hearing? Sounds like someone running.
Thanks for the help. Not that I needed it, but it's good to have my sanctuary back.
Knuckles' new voice is pretty good. Knuckles has pretty much always had good voices, though, I think. He's one of the few characters that's gotten away with with good voices all the time. Oh, right, we got to do challenges. I forgot about those. Oh, this is what I'm hearing, these cogs. So we have to go get 3 keys by doing challenges. I will try and just do the friends challenges, because those I feel like are the best ones. So here we go, Tails. Race to the goal against Tails in his airplane. That's fine. We'll just do friends challenges if I can, because then we get to see Sonic's friends. Oh, I kind of thought we were going to be in the normal stage, but this is a special area just for the race, huh? Luckily, Tails is doing tricks. Whoops. My death. Yeah! He's cheating. Alright, I'm ahead of him, I think. No, I'm not. Not according to the map thing at the top. Okay, I am ahead of him. Oh my god. No! You'll never see me. Supersonic racing. Ow, whoops. Not what I meant to do. I think I've won. I'm pretty far ahead of him all of a sudden. I guess I'm not at the end yet. Whoa, look at all those flowers. I don't think they were there. Maybe they were and I didn't notice them. No, why would I try again? I won. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that they don't just pretend that 06 didn't happen. Okay. Oh yeah, here's something. This is only in the console version. They removed this from the PC version, but you can play. You have to go to the shop and buy a Mega Drive controller, but you can actually play the original Sonic 1 here, the whole game. I think it sucks that they removed that from the PC version. Personally, I don't know why they would. Just to be lame, I guess. Wait, they've got things to say to me? Want to hear a secret? Right near the start, I think there's a hidden passageway. Oh. Well, that's pretty cool, I guess, that they tell you stuff like that. Oh, there's Metal. Alright, yeah. We gotta fight Metal. It's classic Metal. Specifically classic Metal. Metal Sonic, you can't talk. He's talking to me, but he doesn't have a voice. Why do you need a Mega Drive controller? How are you supposed to play a Mega Drive without a Mega Drive controller? That's why he uses a speech box? Okay, you're right. So I guess there's a Sonic CD stage in here as well. Technically. It's not a whole stage, but it's a boss fight. Oh, did I get him? That was an accident. I'm just not letting him attack me. What's he doing? Is he? Oh, so he is. You're right. He's been vulnerable constantly. Oh. Oh. What platforms? Oh, here we go. There's no platforms anymore. Gotcha! Oh, kick him in the face! I forgot about that. Yeah, you know, I always complain about them warning me about things after they've already happened, but it felt weird that he told me he was doing it before he did it. Yeah, he absolutely exploded, right? He's gone. Oh, I thought he was gone from here as well for a second there. Alright, we got one of the Chaos Emeralds. We gotta get this key. Yeah, I know. Is there a friend? There's gotta be a friend. Oh yeah, here's a friend mission. Although, I feel like there's an Amy one if I do this with Modern Sonic. Yeah, they change. I'd rather do an Amy one than another Tails one. We just did a Tails one. Maybe there isn't an Amy one here. Oh, wait, here it is. There's an Amy one here. Yeah, it's a shame they weren't. I would have loved to see... Even... Even if they didn't make a... Oh, that's how we do it. What? It's not working. Oh. Oh, I have to do it on the ground. Yeah, even if they didn't do the characters who didn't exist back then, it would have been nice to see classic Team Chaotix again, I think. This music's from Sonic 3. I remember it. This is from the multiplayer mode of Sonic 3. This was Balloon Park, I think was the stage. This is pretty fun, to be honest. I'm having... This doesn't look like it would be fun. This looks like it would be annoying. It's kind of fun. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna hit Sonic with a hammer. Yeah. Get out of here, robots. I assume I'm doing fine. Yeah. Oh. Okay, this is hard. I succeeded! I only got an A, but that's fine. Alright. 2 keys. We just need one more key. I bet there's a Knuckles, there's probably a Knuckles mission around here, right? Oh, there it is. Press Y to make Knuckles dig up medals. Ooh. Just commanding Knuckles to dig.
Treasure hunting. Press the Y button when you need me.
Team up with Knuckles to find buried medals. Knuckles will dig up the ground and find them for you.
Thanks, Knuckles. I know this music. I'm not sure where it's from. Oh, you know what? I think this is from like the Sega Saturn version of Sonic 3D, which I never played, but I vaguely know the soundtrack of. Oh, there's that Black Egg Robo. He shoots missiles from his head.
Sonic,
Yeah, dig into this futuristic metal. Thank you, Knuckles. Whoa! A lot of metals. Knuckles, I wish he would dig right where I was standing. Because I think I get more medals if he digs in, like, exactly the right spot. Ah. Knuckles, you get the medals, I'll kill the robots. Okay. Where are there more medals? Ah, there's loads over here. Oh my god, there's loads over here. Metal Town. One Knuckles? Are you joshing me? One Knuckles. Look at that. Alright, I guess there's only one. I thought maybe he was just digging in slightly the wrong place. I guess these are just ones. Ah. Oh, I think it actually shows you how many there are. Yeah, it does, on the little icon above the monk? On the little icon above the medals, it actually shows you how many you're gonna get. Oh, this one's just time. Yeah, give me time. 10 seconds. It's pathetic. I'm still gonna need one more after this. This really reminds me of Sonic R. There were medals kind of like this in Sonic R to collect. You didn't have to dig them up, but they looked kind of like they... What? I thought that was enough. Oh, it is enough. What the heck? I guess I still have to get to the end. Okay, I didn't get any of those medals. Screw this, I'm out of here. Let's just run. No more medals, Knuckles. I'm done. Done with your bullshit. No, forget it. I succeeded. Ba-ba-da. Give me the key. I'm just here for the key. I can't reach it. Ah! Oh. There we go. Yeah, I know I collected all the keys. That's what I was trying to do. We might get through this whole game in one stream. Because this means I'm like a third of the way in. And it's been less than an hour, so... Oh right, they haven't met yet, have they?
Take a good look at yourself, Sonic.
Dr. Eggman?
It's the last look you'll get before I close your eyes forever.
Another Sonic? What? Wait a second!
Oh, you hecked it. Sonic the Hedgehog. Nice pose. Alright. I remember this being a fun boss fight. I guess they wanted classic Sonic to be mute because they didn't have any Sonic cartoons in Japan until Sonic X. So So classic Sonic never got a voice over there. But for us, he had a voice
I will flatten you.
the whole time. Okay.
Did you see its backside light up?
I did. It was funny, wasn't it?
Try to get behind it and attack.
Jump. There we go. That's what I was supposed to do. Ba, ba, ba. This is probably the most memorable of all the classic bosses, so I understand why they chose this one to do. In the 3DS version, instead they did Big Arms from Sonic 3. The final boss from Sonic 3. And I was glad about that because that has amazing music and they did an amazing remix of it. And you can't even hear that remix in this version of the game. So if you've played this version and you've never played the 3DS version, you should get on YouTube and look up Sonic Generations Big Arms music. Because, hell, it's really good. It's one of my favorite songs from this game and we're not even going to hear it because it's only in the 3DS version.
Try not to get caught in the blast or get hit by its attack.
But I want to get hit.
Run at the arm and attack its head.
I'm gonna. That was easy. I think they just made a toy of this robot. I kind of want to get one, but it looks like it's big. So it's probably expensive. I get an S? Yeah, I did. I've got S's on all the main stages and bosses, I think.
What? No! No! Sonic, save me!
That will have been classic Eggman, but it didn't let us see him. We don't get to see him until the end.
I can't believe there's two of me.
I think I figured it out. Yeah, me too.
Wait, is this
Doubles of us.
is this the first time Classic Tails showed up?
From our past. We're traveling through time and space.
It's just acting like he's been here.
How did this happen?
I think it's got something to do with that big thing that just kidnapped Eggman. It sounds like the same thing that kidnapped your friends. I mean our friends. You know what I mean.
Yeah, that's how aging works. Your legs just get longer. Everything else stays the same. Like Huey and DuckTales.
Where'd it go?
We need to find that thing, and fast.
It's so weird that Classic Sonic is mute. It really doesn't work, in my opinion. Especially since Classic Tails talks. If all the classic characters were mute, it would make more sense. But it's only Sonic. Oh yeah, we got the Green Chaos Emerald too. We got 2 emeralds now. It's time for Speed Highway. Who's here? Oh, it's Cream! Cream and cheese. Did Sonic have a trauma as a reason he was mute for his youth? Maybe. We don't get to know though. Hello. Oh, right. I should just spin dash these. I think they had what's it called? I think they had Emerald Coast from Sonic Adventure in the handheld one instead of this. But they should have had something from Sonic Advance, if you want my opinion. I do like this stage a lot. Whoops! Oh, I think he was just about to electrocute me. Down here now. Oh, we're in a parking garage. I love that. I like the attention to detail in like the locations around you, even though you're blasting through them. I like that about Unleashed as well. Oh, Shadow Avenue? Omega Road? Is Omega in this game? I can't remember actually. It might not be. Oh yeah. Music Plant from Advance 2 would have been my choice for what stage they should use from that. Absolutely. I don't know what stage. I'd probably say Egg Rocket. Even though Egg Rocket, I remember having a lot of problems with Egg Rocket when we streamed Sonic Advance 1, but that's probably what I'd go for the Advance 1 stage. I don't know about Advance 3. Maybe whatever the... I can't remember the name of it. Cybertrack, maybe? That zone that was, like, all computery. That would have been a cool one. Did we get a follower and I didn't notice? Sorry, Foregathers. Says that was 48 minutes ago. I completely missed it. That probably will have been during the setup right at the beginning. No, it has to have been after that because it was after the Sonic rant. Oh, right. We can light dash in this stage. That was just the game being like, hey, by the way, light dash. This is how it works. But since I'm familiar with the Sonic series already, I would have already assumed... If I saw a trail of rings, I would have already assumed that I needed to light dash. Whoops. Smash that robot before he zippy zaps me. Here we go. Oh, also it just tells you. This stage would have been my choice from this game anyway. Like they picked the exact stage I would have picked if I were picking. I think they did that for a lot of them actually. I would have picked a different stage for Sonic and Knuckles. I would have picked Flying Battery, like I said, or Sandopolis. I don't know, one of those two. But this is the stage I would have picked for Adventure. And obviously I would have picked City Escape for Adventure 2, which they did, so... this is Speed Highway.
Watch where you're going and try not to run into some weird killers.
Yeah, I remembered that little secret tunnel. Haha! I'm good at remembering secrets. Or at least that one. I know they didn't pick the... Whoops, that was close. They didn't pick the Sonic Heroes stage I would have picked, though. Because I think they picked Seaside Hill, which is fine. But I would have picked Casino Park. I think Casino Park's the most interesting stage from that game. Or I would have picked Hang Castle, one of those two. I missed those rings, and then I got hurts. Speed Radio. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of my choices, honestly, would have been excuses for to use the songs. There we go, we've restored Speed Highway.
Thanks for saving me, Sonic. It was scary in the dark, but I tried to be brave.
Sonic just doesn't say anything to him. Told Mama I'd be right back when I left, but she hasn't appeared for like 10 games. Cream's mum's just never present. Oh, it's Rouge. Oh yeah, I guess it makes sense that we'd be rescuing Rouge in the Sonic Adventure 2 stage. We don't rescue Shadow because Shadow's a boss fight. Like Metal was. It's so weird to see classic Sonic grinding just by spinning along a rail. Gun robots! Oh, it's Amy's Market. Get out of here. Nope. Oh. I should have committed to that jump. I would have gone through that ring. Oh well. You know, too late now. Is this... Yep, I was gonna say, is this a place where the truck shows up? And there it is. Yeah, drive away. Oh wait. Oh, it's gonna come at me. Forgot about that. The truck's a lot more aggressive in this game than it was in Sonic Adventure 2. This part of the song comes from Endless Mine in Sonic 3's multiplayer. Oh! Oh, I wanted that ring. This is another one where I'm like, I don't know if the red rings do anything, but I want them. Oh, there's posters. I forgot about those wanted posters. There's wanted posters for Bark Bean. I think there's wanted posters for Bark Bean and Fang. And then there's missing person posters for Mighty and Ray. Yes, I did a trick. Oh, I missed that one though. Ow! I got hit by a truck, dude. It's not what I wanted to happen to me today. Yeah, look. Missing since 1993. Ray the Squirrel and Mighty the Armadillo. And wanted for theft and extortion. Knack the Weasel, aka Fang the Sniper. Wait, is that did that just confirm that both names are canon? Is it like it's like an Eggman Robotnik situation where both of the names are the correct names? You can't get me, you trucker. One is his underground name and one is his actual name. Yeah. I do like the skateboard power up. It feels completely in place. Even though they never did it in one of the 90s Sonic games, it feels like something they would have done. Yeah, I get the picture. I'm just trying to switch to modern Sonic, please. There we go. I don't think he's ever referred to in-game as modern Sonic. I think it's just Sonic and classic Sonic. I think as far as the game's concerned, this one is just called Sonic, and the other one's classic Sonic. God dang, the tricks are cool in this. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, I should have been up there. Out of my way. The view is so nice. Oh, I want that. Yeah, oh, I think I could have got on that power line and grinded down somewhere else. Whoops. That's fine. Yeah. Oh. I was trying to do something else, but I missed. What? I was mashing all kinds of different directions and they weren't doing anything. So my trick failed. That's better. I do love that they took this stage and they made it feel more like a place that people live as well. There's like... Because in the original you run through some parks and things, but they feel more like real parks than this. They managed to make it feel less like a video game stage. Oh, chili pup! Hottest chili dog in town! Delicious. I want a chili pup, chili dog. Charmy Bee's Sweet Honey Butter. I feel like I must have played this on a standard definition screen originally, because suddenly I can read these signs that I'm not sure that I could before. I don't remember there being an ad for Charmy Bee Honey Butter. Oh! I forgot. I forgot about the buzzsaws. It's fine. Yeah, the truck has buzzsaws now. Nope. Missed me. Stay back. Missed all the rings. Oh yeah, and it can fly. That too. Nope. Okay. No, the trucks aren't anything to do with Eggman. They are military trucks. Because in Sonic Adventure 2, all the robots we fought in that stage were military robots as well. That's why they didn't look like funny, googly cartoon animals. Although then in Sonic 06, Eggman had robots that kind of looked like that. Which I feel was a mistake. Yeah.
Thanks, Big Blue. That's the first time I've ever been stolen.
I think that's the only voice line I've heard from this Rouge actor. Because, oh no, I guess she was probably in Team Sonic Racing as well. Actually, she's better than the previous one. Still not as good as Nancy, in my opinion, but good enough. I'll accept it. Oh wait, I guess we might have to actually finish the stages before the missions appear. Who are we rescuing here? Who's that? SBO! That makes sense. It's the Sonic Heroes stage. Alright. This is fine as the Sonic Heroes stage. It just feels a bit weird this far into the game to be doing, like, a first stage. Though I guess City Escape was a first stage as well. I think it's just that they wanted a water stage and this was an excuse. Even though this wasn't a water stage in Sonic Heroes. Oh, I thought I died. Okay. Don't shoot at me! I really like the Sonic Heroes robots. They are some of my favorites. I guess they kind of became just the standard Eggman robots. He uses them all the time now, but... Actually, he kind of uses a mix of these Sonic Heroes robots and the Sonic 1 robots now. Because he's got like moto bugs and stuff back. I think as of Sonic Colors, he started using the classic robots again. Yeah, I think they hadn't done water stages in a while, I think. But I would have loved it. That's the thing, actually. I understand why they chose Planet Wisp as the stage for Sonic Colors, but I would have rather Aquarium Park. That was a way better water stage, in my opinion. Yeah, I like the moto bugs in Colors too. It makes sense for them to be fast enough to catch up with Sonic because, you know, you'd need a robot that does that.
Hey, hey, hey!
Silver Shadow 3, thank you for following. Oh, what the heck? I lost all my rings and died at the same time. That sucks. I think that means we won't get an S here. This will be the first stage in the whole game that we didn't get an S on. I feel like I was dragged into it as well. Okay. Okay, I was a bit stuck there. Alright. Alright, there we go. Oops. Bad time to scratch my nose. Thought I had a sec. I was like, we're just running forwards here. I can scratch. Ow, I got squished. Ah, nuts. Oh, squished again. Means I can go back and go this way. Whoa! Okay. I just gotta keep going because I'm gonna keep getting squished. Yeah, look. Got a B. That was our first non-S in the whole game. Apart from those side mission ones. I think the modern Sonic version of this stage is more fun though. Because it's less water stage. Wall jumps. I know about wall jumps. Hey, that robot's not in Sonic Heroes. You can't fool me. Alright. Whoops. Okay, well that wasn't correct. Where am I supposed to go? Straight ahead? Alright, didn't feel right, but I did it. Oh, I tried to light dash, but it wouldn't let me. I guess maybe you can only light dash certain ring trails. No, what? What? There we go. Okay, the wall jump feels better in this game than it did in Colors. It felt very awkward to do in Colors. I feel like it felt okay in Unleashed though, and this one feels more like the Unleashed one. Oh, I thought I saw a thing I needed to slide under, so I did a slide and it was meaningless. Stop telling me to do things after I've done them. Okay. Turtles! I'm on the turtle track. Ba 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 ba. Those big fans. The Knuckles fans. The biggest Knuckles fan. I want to take them both out. I don't care. Not a big fan of just waiting for the platforms to lower. Oh, whoops. Okay, that's fine. Whoops. Okay, that's fine as well. Okay, also fine. Whatever. I'll accept it. Less fine. Less fine. Oh, jump out. Oh. Did that work? I'm not sure if I got any oxygen there. But I hope I did. Oh, nuts. I didn't know that was happening. Well, maybe this time we won't go underwater. Pretty sure you can avoid it. And here I am in the water. Even earlier this time. But this time I know some things. Whoa! For example, just skipped part of the stage. I didn't know that, but I did it. Hi, fellas. What? That was weird. I really felt like that was supposed to be a grind rail. Okay, weird. Just a thin platform. Oop. It's gonna be another low grade because I died near the end. Yeah, I love that in the Olympics one as well. Got an A. Yeah, you need to get. You can't possibly get an S in this one if you die, because you need to get the S rank. You need to get a perfect clear, which means no deaths. But yeah, I loved that in the Olympics one they just put him in inflatable gear and have him run in the water for the swimming events.
So I think we've pieced together more of what's happening, and it's not good. Whoa.
Did we not save SBO just now?
When that thing goes through time, it tears space apart, leaving the areas empty and dead, and sticking them in this weird white limbo. When the Sonics accelerate through time, they fix space, returning color and life.
Then I guess we have to run like there's no tomorrow, or there won't be a tomorrow.
Okay, there he is.
It takes a mighty foe to trap a ninja. Be on your guard, Sonic.
For some reason I really wasn't ready for that voice. I don't think I've heard his voice outside of this. I don't think Espio's been in anything since this. Except the comics. Alright, now we've got to do some challenge things. Again, I'm gonna look for ones that involve friends. Oh, Espio. Perfect. Only the searchlight can reveal Espio. Face him and get to the goal in time. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, Espio was in Forces.
Think you can find me? Ninja arts, camouflage.
Shine a spotlight on Espio while he's invisible to reveal his location. Focus your attacks on Espio while you can see him.
This is Sonic Battle music. I love that they put this in. Sonic Battle's extremely underrated in my opinion. I love that game. Oh, he's okay, he's gone already. Yeah, I guess SBO wasn't in battle, but we are battling him.
Ninja arts, camouflage.
Got him.
Ninja arts, camouflage.
Where is he? There he is.
Ninja arts, camouflage.
I'm just smacking the heck out of him.
Ninja arts.
Oh, I almost got him before he even did anything. Can he get me here? Oh, I can't reach him. Ah, yeah. Don't vanish. I can't get him! Fucker. There we go. Yeesh, finally. I'm not sure. That was the... I'm trying to think what battle area that song played in. I know it was from Sonic Battle, but I don't remember what area. Maybe the beach. Sonic's favorite place to be. Alright, we got the speed highway key. You have to... I remember this because you have to jump on the name of the stage to get up here. And that's how I found out that you could stand on the name of the stage. Oh, right. This is the Shadow Race. Oh, I think you're right. I think it might have been the Knuckles area. It was either the beach or the Knuckles place, the ruins. It definitely wasn't both. They each had their own music. I know that much. Okay, so the idea here... This is way better than the... So the version of this fight in Sonic Adventure 2 kind of sucks. You basically just have to slow right down to fight him and wait for him to attack you, which is boring. But in this version, you have to race to try and collect those orb things, and I think he just got one, which is a problem for me. So you want to be the first to collect 2 of them, and then you can use Chaos whatever. You know, the famous move, Chaos whatever. Did I go ahead of it? Move it, Shadow. No, don't you dare! It's mine! Yes, okay. Back off. Get off! Screw you. That's my whatever ball. That's my ball of whatever. Yes. Wait, did I get it? I did. Yeah. Eat these. Here he is. Eat this! And I won. Welcome back, Danny with chicken. My only problem with this version of the fight is that it feels like it's over way too quickly. I feel like you should have to repeat that process 3 times. It's fun, but, you know... It's done so fast. Alright, we got a Chaos Emerald. Give me that Emerald. We still need to do a side mission here if I can find a way up. Here we go. It is a mini boss, but that's still very quick even for a mini boss. Cream stage. I didn't actually read what we're doing here. Okay, she's got... Oh my god, look at all these Chow. Oh, okay. Oh, so if I call for rings, the Chow give me rings and then leave. But I prefer just having the Chow around me. Can I just do it? Can I just do it without using any? I just want these Chow to encircle me for all time. Ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. And now you set me free! Okay, give me some rings. Hi, robots. Oh, I slipped. I guess I need to use another chair. Thank you. What the heck was that? Okay, fine. Alright. I survived it. I was trying to home in on that pole, but instead I fired through it and, like, for a mile further. Whoops. I guess I have to hit all of these. Oh, thanks for the time. I got an A. Oh, if I'd been 14 seconds faster, I would have got an S. Alright, where's my key? There it is. Wait, did I actually pick up a key at Speed Highway? I don't know where it would show me. I know I did a mission there, but I don't remember if I picked up the key afterwards. Rouge! The Temptress. Press Y to have Rouge take out enemies using her wiles and reach the goal in time. Let's do it. Love using my wiles.
That piece of junk robot is no match for my charms. Use the Y button if you want to.
Those enemies with shields have a formidable defense.
You leave this to me.
Oh, I love that.
Rouge has their attention.
What the? Where'd he go?
Sonic.
Oh, okay, so I just like fire hearts for a while. Oh, did I die? Oh. I was killed by the robot that was in love.
You leave this to me.
Rouge to help you out.
Ba-da, let's do this.
Rouge has their attention. It's time to do your thing.
I did it. I did my thing. My thing is done.
Sonic.
I saw somebody. Whoops. Dang it. I saw somebody. I was on a Sonic forum earlier. I don't go on Sonic forums very often anymore. I used to when I was a kid. But I was on there trying to find some news about something in the comics, and I saw somebody saying that they don't like any of the female Sonic characters, and I was like, what? How? None of them? They're all so good. But they were bitching about they were saying that they don't like Tangle, Whisper, Jewel, or Belle in the comics, and someone else was like, maybe you just don't like female characters, and they were like, maybe I don't like any of the female Sonic characters. I'm like, yeah, it kind of sounds like you're just sexist. I don't know.
Sonic.
If you don't like Rouge, you're lying. I agree. Rouge is fantastic. She's one of my favorite characters. But honestly, I don't think there's a Sonic character that I wouldn't describe as one of my favorite characters. They're all really good.
Sonic.
Alright, you need to stop, sir. Yeah, kiss my bat.
Sonic.
Oh, I already got these ones. These ones are pre-existing fans.
Sonic.
How did I not get you already? How did I get guys from a million miles away and not you? Oh, these guys are just getting over it really quickly. Oh, there's a lot of robots.
Sonic.
Sonic!
Leave this to me.
Don't stay under my spell for long.
Sonic.
We gotta make a pyramid. Alright, was that enough? Nope, need more. There we go. I might have got an S there if I hadn't not bothered picking up any other clocks. I saw a couple of clocks and I was like, eh. All of the bad Sonic characters come from other media, like the Archie comics and Sonic X. That's where all the bad Sonic characters are. Sonic Underground. The ones in the games are all good. Every single one of them. Fight me. I don't know where the key is. I definitely haven't picked up a key here yet. Maybe it's up here. There it is. There we go. Okay, I did get one at Thingy Town. Speed Highway. We're more than halfway through this game, so I think we probably will finish it tonight. Oh, that's right, it's Chaos. I forgot about this. Specifically Perfect Chaos. I'm gonna. I know. This is really good. They did a great job giving us a non-supersonic variation of the Perfect Chaos fight. Having these little platforming sections in between is really fun. What? Oh, I got stuck. Oh, I missed. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna. Yeah. I love to boost across water. That's one of my favorite things to do in the boosting Sonic games, is to boost to run across water. I screwed it up. Oh yeah. Oh, I nearly died there. I nearly did that thing where I thread the needle in between two platforms. Humming attacked. Does Chaos... Yeah, I guess Chaos does kind of sound like an orca. I didn't have enough boost power. That's the problem with restarting here. I almost feel like it would be easier to restart from the beginning, because now I don't have any, like, ring energy to boost. So in this game, Chaos has that, like, armor on him, which apparently is how they wanted him to look originally on the Dreamcast version, but they couldn't get it to work, so they just made him all water. But for this one, they were actually able to recreate the original intention, which is pretty cool. So there was like concept art of Chaos looking like this for Sonic Adventure. All Water Chaos is neat too. He was never supposed to have armor on him on any of his other forms, only this form. So like normal Chaos, when he's got 2 legs and walks around, was never going to have armor on him.
Quite a bit of this world.
Yeah, Danny, this game, Eggman's messing with time.
You're doing great, Sonic.
That's why this game doesn't have much of a story.
You're doing great, Sonics. Right. I may never get used to that. Oh!
Watch out!
Oh yeah, I guess he does get bones, doesn't he?
That monster sure didn't like that emerald. Those things have come in handy in the past. We've already got a couple, but we need that emerald. Sonic, you should go over there and check it out. I bet you can bring that Chaos Emerald back just like you brought back our friends. And I bet you double we're gonna need all 7 emeralds. You guys have your work cut out for you.
An adventure's no fun if it's too easy.
All right. Only 3 stages left. It is fun, like, we've come this far through the game, and it's fun to, not through the series. We've come this far through the series, and it's fun that we get to relive a bunch of moments from the games that I've streamed over the last couple months. I'm sorry, Danny. It was good. It was good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore it. But ignore it I did. And we're just gonna have to live with it. Okay. This is probably the stage I would have chosen from 06, and I don't think there's a better stage than this in 06 to use. Whoa, that just fell. I could tell it was going to fall from looking at it, but I didn't think it would be quite so immediate. Get out of here, creature. You don't belong in this world. Oh, spring. That was really cool, running down the side of that building with those 2 monsters flying either side of me. That was a cool moment. It's a shame Sonic 06 didn't have any moments that cool. Oh, I missed him. Or as Wario would say, "Oh, I missed! I missed again. What's wrong with me?" Oh, stop. Madam. Yeah, I wanted those rings. Oh, hello. Worm. I remember you. I remember everything. I'm afraid of dying here and no one finding my body. Ow. Stop. No, don't throw those. I'm out of here. Oh, you worm. I thought there was something falling. I didn't know it was a worm. Oh, wind. Oh, there's the end. Oh, no, wait. I remember. It moves, doesn't it? Yep. I just had a sudden flash of like, I feel like that's a fake end. That tornado's carrying a car. Why is there a Sonic Heroes cannon here? That was weird. The tornado's carrying a car. There goes the end of the stage. Come back. Oh no, the tornado's carrying a car. Am I in trouble? Is this tornado carrying a car? There it is. Is it real? Is it real now? Eek. Okay, it was real. It was real. Give me S rank. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just glad it didn't throw any cars at me like it does in Sonic 06. But I'm sure it will still happen. We're not done with Crisis City yet. We got more. We got more crises. A stomp move is featured in the next deck. No, I know how to stomp. I've been doing it. I've already stomped a whole bunch. Alright. I'm so much more comfortable with modern Sonic than I am with classic Sonic. Even though classic Sonic's the one I grew up with. You put me in control of modern Sonic and I'm like, yes, now I can wreck things up. But put me in control of classic Sonic and I'm like, I'm gonna fall in a pit. And nobody will find my body. Whoops. Okay, didn't jump as far as I thought I was gonna. Joe will find my body eventually. I don't know. He's not the most observant. But like I could be dead for a week and Joe would just be like, he keeps ignoring me. I'm so mad about it. Alright, maybe I'm supposed to go up this wall. I chose to scream in harmony with the sound effect of my pain. Alright, this way. I don't need to do anything special and fancy. I just need to beat the stage. Yeah! Thanks for being here for me to aim at. Ow. Guess that means I can go back for the checkpoint. If I've fallen anyway, I might as well go back and get the checkpoint. Ba 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 da. Into space. Hello. Ow. That didn't feel fair. I know. Oh right, I need to stomp this down. I need to stomp this down into the lava. There we go. Jerks. Oh, well that fire just showed up. That was close. Worm! I don't know why. That looks like a block I can push, but it's not. Oh no! Oh well. I missed whatever that was. Hopefully not important. Do I need to stomp it so it goes higher? I do. Okay. Ow, that one was just all about going higher. Without my input. Oh, it was a shortcut. It was a big shortcut I missed. I would have even had to do all of that stuff. Ow! Immediate crushing of me. Alright. There we go. Oh, we're in the max speed section. We're in the part where the tornado was carrying a car. Is it carrying a car right now? Oh, it sure is! Here they come! There's cars all over this place. Six seconds? Oh, I missed the ace rank by 6 seconds. Oh well. We saved Blaze. I see her. That's Blaze's tail. I recognize it.
As much as I dislike relying on others, I'm grateful for your aid. The creature was beyond my skills.
Okay, Blaze. Thanks. Thanks for blazing it. Oh! It's Vector! Check him out. I love Vector. I don't know why Vector is the character you save for the Unleashed level. I guess Cream was for the Sonic Adventure level and she didn't even exist yet when Sonic Adventure came out. And Amy was for the Sonic 2 level and she's not in there. That guy's gonna shoot me. Yep. Not today, Jones! Hello. Man, it hasn't even been that long since we played Unleashed, and this is really making me miss it. Such a good game. That's a loud car. Why people are so proud of their loud cars? If my car was that loud, I'd be ashamed. Oh, are we at the museum? Not the museum. Are we at the university? Yeah, we are. Look, it's even got the fountain. Especially if you're driving at night, right? Imagine driving at night with a car that loud. I'd feel terrible everywhere I went. That robot pushed that barrel after me. What a dweeb. Oh, that one did it too. Barrel boys, barrel brothers. Oh god, here comes a... Oh god, I didn't even see the barrels coming from the background. Oh. Excuse me? How come none of the barrels behaved that way until it would have been bad for me? Yeah, you're right, Danny. You're right, but I can't understand it. I was trying to do something fancy, but I didn't. Wasn't fancy enough. Not enough of a fancy boy. That was the worst spin dash I've ever seen. That was a spin dash, believe it or not. Well, yeah, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Again, what's with that spin dash? There we go, that one worked. Balloons! I love that, I guess because this wasn't that long after Unleashed, they were probably like, and it's on the same consoles as Unleashed, they were probably like, we can't just make it look exactly like Unleashed. We gotta do something. So they added this like festival aesthetic to it. With all the confetti and the balloons, like we're here during a party of some kind, and I like that. Red ones fall, don't they? Here. Alright, fine. Oh. I've gotta insert myself in the clock. Here we go. And spin dash. Didn't we mess with time in Unleashed 2? That's funny. I saw people describe this as the flying battery zone, but it doesn't look anything like the flying battery zone. It's not even the same color. It's just a blimp. They just call it a blimp. This is the stage I would have chosen for Unleashed, probably. I think. Unleashed has a bunch of good stages, but this is like the most memorable one, I think. Whoa! Oh, we're actually in the museum. I keep calling it a museum. It's a university. But that was like, I think we just ran through Professor Pickle's office. Oh, I thought maybe I could slide under them, but nope, they are right against the floor. Man. Oh my god, I went back too soon. Yeah! I want to know why Spagonia has all these swinging pendulums. Is it because it's adjacent? Because it's like slightly France-based? And they killed all their royals with a I guess that wasn't a swinging blade. But maybe it should have been. When we finally kill the royal family here, I hope we do it with a swinging pendulum blade. It is inevitable. I'm not, you know... That's not me, like, saying we should or something. It's gonna happen. I just have no control to stop it. I'm not saying I want it to happen. I'm not saying it should happen. I'm just saying it will. You're saying it should? Okay. Well, that's on you, Danny. That's for you to say. I'm just saying, you know, I can't get banned. Because I'm not encouraging it. Or saying that I... What the heck? I am... Well, okay. That was fun. I'm speechless. I'm speechless about that. I've never seen that before. Balloons! Maybe there were some balloons in the original, actually, now that I think about it. But there wasn't confetti all over the place. Oh, here we go. Wait, what did he say? Oh, egg chasers. I misheard that as boost into egg fighters to knock them into egg Jesus. I was like, who's Egg Jesus? Did Eggman build a robot called Egg Jesus? That's a new one on me. Oh, that's the end. Eggman went too far into the past. He built the Egg Messiah. Alright, Vector. We say Vector. I love Vector. He's great. I can't remember what his new voice sounds like. I hope it's better.
Thanks, Sonic.
It's not.
You know, I got a hunch someone or something is controlling that monster.
Oh, poor Vector. Does he still sound like that? I feel like maybe he got better in Team Sonic Racing. I hate that high-pitched Vector. Vector should have a deep voice. I hate this high-pitched, growly Vector voice.
Hey, thanks, Sonic.
It just sounds bad. Alright, we're at the last stage. I understand why they picked this stage, but I would have gone with Aquarium Park and I would have made this the water stage. Oh, look at the wisps all hanging out. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da. I just really like Aquarium Park though. I'm very biased. How come I didn't make it? I was going fast enough, I feel like. Hi. Yeah! Spikes! Going the wrong way now. Yeah, you actually get wisp powers just for this stage only. I think it's only like... I think one power for each Sonic though. I think Classic Sonic gets spikes and I think Modern Sonic gets rocket and that's it. But still, nice that they did that. I feel like nobody would have complained if they didn't include wisp powers. Oh, I threaded that needle. Okay. Here I am. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. What? Oh. There we go. I'm so glad spikes don't hurt you when you're in spikes. Oh no. I saved myself! Oh. Oh well. I am having a time. There we go. Okay. Oh, I need to hit the button. There we go. Okay, spikes might not hurt you, but buzzsaws do. That's what I just learned. Aha. I saw a spring back there. There we go. Where are we going? Spikes? I'm stuck. There we go. Whoa! That was close. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm making a lot of mistakes. Well, let's not say mistakes. Let's just call them stinks. I'm making a lot of stinks. Where am I? Is this good? This looks fine. Yes, things that look fine. This. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, I did it. I confused the music. Whoops. Here I go! Okay, I guess I'm going the wrong way. Here I go! I should have waited. It was clear that it was... What the heck? Okay, that's fine. Alright, spikes! Alright, spikes! Alright, spikes! I really thought that I was on the same layer as those robots, but I guess I wasn't. What's happening here? I'm feeling lost. Ah, now I'm understanding. Okay. Oh. Okay. I thought I needed to do one more thing, but I didn't. Spikes! That's not what I was trying to do. Alright, yeah, down here. This seems correct. Alright, cool. Big saw. Avoid him. Whoa, many missiles? They just fired all over the place. The stage is the bane of your existence. What noise? What noise was awful, Danny? What happened? I don't remember already. Yeah, it's a shame. You have to use the wisps so much in that stage that you don't really get to hear the actual stage music that much. Sound of Spiky Sonic hitting the walls. Yeah. Alright. No more spikes though. I think it's just rockets in this stage. Ba-da-ba-bap. Ba-da-da-da-ba-bap. Get out of here, robots. Whoops. I thought I was going to hit the springs, but I missed them. Missed them and tripped. Get out of here. Too many bees for my liking. It's telling me about a light dash, but I didn't see the light dash. Oh, I saw the end of it. Oh. Mr. Rainbow Ring. That was me saying that I missed a rainbow ring. It wasn't me talking to somebody named Mr. Rainbow Ring. Oh. I thought I needed to jump, but I didn't. I missed the rainbow ring again, even though I knew it was there this time. There we go. When you start the game, it warns you that the classic versions of stages tend to be easier. And I feel like I don't feel like that way like half the time. I find a lot of the modern ones easier. Not always, but... Oh! I know how to rock it, Omochao. Okay, I remember this. Didn't remember that. Ow! I got a face full of rocket. Ow, it happened again. Oh, this platform moves. That's what I was missing. Okay, my timing was bad. Here we go. Oh, my timing was bad. Can I? Yeah, I can go under there. Is it better that I went under here, though? I don't know. Maybe the other way was the better direction. Rocket! Oh, well, I definitely wanted to get in that thing. So usually, I talked about this before, but the usual rule, it's not 100% foolproof, but the usual rule is that you want to stay as high up as you can get. Oh, I really thought I was locked onto him. There we go. I think there are actually upgrades that I could have been buying this whole time that I just haven't been, to make myself better. Oh. Oh. I was supposed to jump off, I guess. There's a store. It's like way over... If you go way back to Green Hill Zone and keep walking back that way, there's a little store run by Omochao. And that's where you can buy stuff like the Mega Drive controller so you can play Sonic 1, things like that. And I think you can also buy skills for Sonic. And I just haven't been. Oh my god. Oh, you thought it meant you had to buy an actual Mega Drive controller? No, no, no. Now I understand that confusion from like 2 hours ago. No, I don't think they made a Mega Drive. I mean, if you could buy a Mega Drive controller for the Xbox, I would have. But I don't think they made one. Oh, here we go, look. I forgot you could charge it. I don't remember what that does, if anything. Oh, that... The spring was blending in with the, Okay, it seems like charging it just made it not work. Maybe charging it is more about, like, timing. And I just haven't really needed to time it yet. But I'm sure I will. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Get out of my way. Oh, whoops. Am I dead? No, I'm fine. I think I've gone back though. Yep. It took me back in time. Did Homer Simpson invent duh? No, he didn't. He did invent dole. And now it's in the dictionary. Does the dictionary mention The Simpsons in the definition? I've never actually looked. Was really? It was used in that Mickey short? I don't remember that. Oh wait. Yeah, did that annoying idiot character say it? Yeah, you're right. I remember now. I only got a B. Yeah, I wasn't thinking that kind of duh either. I was thinking of when someone asks a stupid question and you're like, duh. But I guess that comes from like the same thing, right?
Dude, there's the emerald.
Wait, so we just get that emerald for doing the last stage? The freebie emerald. Charmy! I forgot we were rescuing a character.
I was scared because somebody took me, but now I'm free! I'm a freebie! 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 Whee! Oh, hey!
Hey, Melty. Alright, we rescued Charmy. Now we gotta go get some keys. I see a Blaze Act. Oh, bye, Danny. Oh, is it time for your stream? Are you streaming? Is it a Witcher day? We're very nearly done with Generations at this point. Because we've already done all the stages, we just have to do the last boss. Alright, this is where... Oh no, wait, there's 2 more bosses. Okay. This is where I start to get confused. It's hard to find your way around the missions for these last few worlds. Oh, here's Silver. Let's fight him. This isn't actually based on any of the Silver fights from Sonic 06, but that's probably for the best because none of the Silver fights were very good.
Stay calm and watch Silver's moves. When you see an opening, unleash your attack.
What am I supposed to do?
When Silver picks up a car, it's time to make your move.
Ah, there we go.
Only attacks to close in on him.
Yeah, this is better than any of the actual Silver fights in Sonic 06, so...
Cars move just a little bit before they fall. Keep an eye on them and get out of the way. Run across the cars to get to Silver as fast as you can.
No! You take this! Okay, I was wondering if maybe I'm supposed to boost into him while he's bouncing on the ground. But I guess not. You need to pick up more than just one thing. Ow. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Donk! What are we doing now? This again? See, this fight is way longer than the Shadow one. So the Shadow one, you only had to hit Shadow once, but we've got to hit Silver like a bunch of times. Oh, right. Did I just run from this? I don't remember. Oh, well, there he goes. I guess that was the end. Yeah, it's a shame because the shadow fight's really fun. It's just over so quickly. I would prefer to have to hit him 3 times. I would say that the shadow one is probably my favorite of the mini bosses. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to grab it. No. I'm trying to go under it, please. There we go. I want to do the blaze mission. Oh, I need to rearrange my legs.
I'll put out that wall of fire.
Is that what she does? I kind of feel like that's the opposite of what Blaze does.
This is the wall of fire. Press the Y button to call on Blaze for help.
I guess we're fighting fire with fire.
I got this. Here goes.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's not fair. Come on. Oh, what the? Oh! I wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to get up. Are we somewhere else? I feel like it's taken us to a place we didn't go to before. Not lasers. I didn't come here for lasers. I couldn't see what was going on. Okay. I succeeded! Don't try again. I got the key, that's all I need. That's all I keyed. I think there's something oh, here we go. I think there's something I have to do to unlock the final boss, but I don't remember what it is. I hope it's not a lot of work. Oh, I remember this.
Going up against Vector. Use homing attacks to reflect the music on the
This is actually kind of hard if I remember rightly. Okay, it tells me where I should stand. Getting distracted by the rings over there. Feeling like I should be going after him. Oh, that was close. I almost missed that one. I hope there's not another speed level. Oh, there sure is. What the? Where are you going? Okay. It was just leaving. Alright, there we go. Got that key. Press what? Okay. I'm gonna need to see this before I really understand what it's trying to tell me. Whirlwinds. Oh. Okay. So he literally just makes a platform out of wind. Oh, I always forget that they throw them. I'm not sure where I'm headed right now. Okay, this looks right. There doesn't seem to be a limit on how often I can call him. Okay, these buttons block off the stinking... Oh, Charmy's wind can block off the rockets too. That was close. Oh, I was hoping Charmy's wind would destroy the robots, but it doesn't. It can destroy missiles, but not robots. Who's pressing buttons? I had a button get pressed. You're in a goal ring. There we go. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Yep, that's the last friend mission, I think. Charmy is Sonic's last friend. Where's the key, though? I need to know where the key shows up. Oh, there it is. There we go. I'm suddenly having the worrying thought that we might need to collect red star rings to unlock the actual final boss. Which I hope isn't what happens. I don't remember what does happen though. This is what I was thinking of when we fought this robot in Unleashed. I was thinking of this version of the fight, which is better than the Unleashed version, in my opinion. Ow. So that's good. In Unleashed, you fight this boss as the Werehog. It's the only Eggman robot you do fight as the Werehog. Ow.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace.
There we go. Damn it! I thought he wasn't doing it anymore because the camera was changing. I think I want to be up here. But for why, I don't remember. Whoops. That was my bad. I know you can hit him in the like running forward section as well.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace.
This isn't a change of pace. We've been doing this.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace.
Just need to break its body. We're almost there.
Come on. Just need to break its body. He missed. I didn't even dodge it, he just missed. Maybe I'm supposed to jump off the rails at him at a certain point. Ow. Oh! Oh! I could have hit him.
Here goes.
Ah! Oh, come on.
Here goes.
Come back down here. Yeah, like that. Okay. That was weird. Straight through him. Parallel attack. Oh, he's twice now. Got him.
Time for a change of pace.
Regular skydiving won't work. Use the X-Ray to go faster and catch up.
Regular skydiving won't work. Got him.
Not bad.
You've got to do mega skydiving. Got ya.
Not bad.
I agree. There we go. Did I do it? Oh, okay. I think he based this robot on one of the demons from Lost World. No, because he hasn't met them yet. He doesn't know about them yet. Or maybe he knows about them, but he hasn't. He hasn't been after them.
Sonic!
I can't believe this. I was supposed to beat you this time.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't get that memo. I beat you every time. No, seriously. We beat this guy every time. It's like it's our job or something.
What's Eggman even doing here? I thought you said he'd been kidnapped by that big weird thing that sent us all to this place. See? He was kidnapped. This is getting stranger all the time.
Well, SkullPirateMike, I think that I think that as far as Eggman was concerned, we just showed up at the end of Sonic Unleashed and beat him. So I think in his mind he hadn't used that robot before because that was Eggman from the Sonic Unleashed period. Oops. I've got all the emeralds, right? I'm pretty sure. These gears are broken. If you insert a Chaos Emerald into each gear, its power may be able to repair it. Okay. Alright. So I think all we needed to do was collect all the emeralds, which we've done. So now we just have to put them all in. There we go. Fixed that one. Missed. Oh, you know what? There's DLC that gives you a casino night themed pinball table you can play. I have that DLC. It was a pre-order bonus, I think. But I don't think I installed it, so we won't be able to do that. I probably needed to... I don't know if the Xbox... If it was on Steam, Steam would have automatically installed it, but I don't know if the Xbox is smart enough to be, like, automatically downloading my DLC. That might be something I have to do manually. Take me up. Yep, thank you. Oh, why did it have to spin this way? I guess because that's how gears work, right? Yeah, the Chaos Emeralds just do everything. Anytime anything needs to happen, the Chaos Emeralds. They have the power to do the thing that we currently need to do in the moment. Alright, here we go. Yeah, MacGuffin, you got the right word. I love that word.
Okay, whatever you are. If you want to avoid an embarrassing beatdown, you better give up now.
You're not in a position to demand anything.
Got a really low quality cutscene again.
Eggman! But how?
He had a little help.
Dr. Robotnik!
Nobody calls me that anymore. If you would be so kind as to explain, gentleman genius Dr. Eggman from the future. It will be my pleasure, most excellent and efficacious Dr. Eggman of the past. After my most recent setback, I stumbled upon the primordial form of this unique creation.
It's Orbot and Cubot
which
making
I
their
discovered
only cameo
had
in this
amazing
game.
abilities even I have never been able to master. It could erase time and space. I then had the brilliant idea to use my discovery to undo my previous defeats.
He just leaves Orbot and Cubot in space.
In order to perfect it, I needed the help of somebody as smart as I am. The only person that smart is me. Oh, you are too kind, my dear future self. And I was happy to help.
Yeah,
I
they...
captured your friends, flinging them through time.
I don't really like the way they did 3D classic Eggman's head, personally.
The more damage you do to the world.
The world? I'm going to own the world when I'm finished with Sonic.
Like, regular Eggman has a round head, and classic Eggman should as well. But he doesn't. He's got this weird, like, angular head that he doesn't normally have.
Really get that crazy? We'll see who's crazy after I destroy both Sonics. Forever. You mean after we destroy them? Less arguing, more destroying.
Destroy me? You and what mustache? I beat you all the time by myself, and now there's 2 of me.
Then I'll have twice as much fun defeating you.
Keep moving.
Move all you want. I'm still going to stump you into a blue jelly.
Blue jelly. Yeah, there you go. Oops.
That was just to soften you up. Now it's time to meet your doom.
Do it, Sonic!
Come on, Sonic! Smack him!
Not you!
You've got this, Sonic.
You can win, Sonic.
Who are they? They are insignificant.
You've got the power, Sonic.
Focus your spirit.
We're with you guys.
I believe in you, Sonic.
Don't give in, Sonic.
I know you can do this, Sonic.
You can win, Sonic. You always do.
They were just unconscious for all of that. I was expecting them to be like looking at all the people talking to them.
Some Eggman, Super Sonic style.
All those like cheers of encouragement, and just to cut to them dead on the ground was really funny to me. I need a version where they don't rise up, where it just cuts to them lying on the ground and silence after all the cheers.
Sonic, can you hear me? I worked with
Alright.
to modify these transceivers. Even though we're in different dimensions, you should still be able to hear us. We'll help you out from here. Let's take out the enemy together.
I like that it tells me who's talking.
Go straight for the core.
Okay, Charmy. I'll head for the core. Thanks, Charmy. There we go. Okay, I think I remember when he's ahead of you like this, you need to be modern Sonic. And then I think you're supposed to switch to classic Sonic when he goes outside like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm running out of rings.
Is something the matter?
Be careful, Sonic. Look out, Sonic.
It's a warping arm attack.
I don't know if any of what I'm doing is right.
Now we'll finish it.
That shot will track you.
Careful, Sonic.
You gotta switch to classic Sonic for some reason. But
Something the matter?
no, Eggman. Everything's fine. Did I just throw classic Sonic?
Now we'll finish it.
Looks like a homing shot.
Be careful, son.
How about this?
That thing won't let you go if it gets you.
It'll take more than that.
There are no rings. Where are all the rings?
Careful, Sonic.
I can't reach him. Why can't I reach him? There we go. I'm running out of rings though. I really need rings. There's some. There we go. I guess there was a reference to Sonic 4. I just realized when they turned in the cutscene, when they turned into Supersonics, it played the Sonic 4 Supersonic theme. We didn't hear it when I streamed it. It did. Time slowed down.
Time will go back to normal.
Okay, cool. Well, that was fun. Alright, okay. So it seems like switching to Classic Sonic is mostly just a way to grab rings easier. Because it's pretty hard to get rings with modern Sonic. It already did! What is... It doesn't seem to really do much, though.
Time's gonna go back to normal.
Thanks, Vector.
What's that?
Look out. It's a warping arm attack.
Oh,
Is something the matter?
nothing. Nothing at all. I just throw Sonic.
To defeat us.
You won't be able to move if it gets you.
Now we'll finish it.
Looks like a homing shot.
It does feel like the two Eggmen should maybe have been given different voices.
Finish it.
Like the two Tailses were. They keep talking at the same time, but they both sound the same, so. There's a ring following me. Oh, got it.
To defeat
That
us.
looks like a homing shot. Careful, Mr. Sonic.
End it.
Sonic,
Uh,
press left bumper and right bumper at the same time to combine your powers.
Okay. I think I'm doing it. Did I win? This is Sonic 4 music as well, I think. Yeah, that's the only Sonic 4 reference. S! Well, neat. Well, we did it. I always think the ending to this one's a bit anticlimactic, but
Travel.
back to the horribly green-lit birthday. And the really low-quality video.
Not bad, Sonic.
Not bad. Are you kidding? He was all great.
He collects how many? Wow, where does somebody put all those gold rings? You know what? I don't know. I keep forgetting to ask.
Oh, the Japanese version of that was better. In the Japanese version, Classic Tails is like, "You put legs on the tornado?"
Hope you learned a
And
few
Tails
tricks
is
to
like,
help
"Yeah,
you
maybe I went a bit overboard with that."
in the past. You know what I mean. Dude, sweet! And you're only gonna get better.
There's our ride.
That's clearly created by the villain, the monster thing. I wouldn't trust that. It's the same
Sonic,
purple fire.
enjoy your future. It's gonna be great.
So they were very clear in this game about that being Sonic from the past, right? This whole game, they've been very clear that classic Sonic came from the past. But in Sonic Forces, they suddenly decided that he was from an alternate dimension and they start calling him that Sonic from the other dimension. It's weird. I like that we've got footage of the old games here. God, I missed Sonic 1. Should we stream Sonic 1 again? Sonic 1's probably the video game I'm the most nostalgic for because it was the first video game I ever played. And I still remember when I first saw it. I walked into a family member's house and it was just on in the room and I was like, what is that? It's like a cartoon that you control. Oh look, they don't even say Sonic 3, they just straight up say Sonic and Knuckles for this one. Oh, Ken Pontac and Warren Graff. I hate them. That's a bit harsh. I dislike their writing. Yeah, I guess they see it as one whole game, and they just call it Sonic and Knuckles. I pretty much always call it Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because that's what it says on the title screen when you combine them. And also I just like adding and Knuckles to things. I think every game that has Knuckles in it should say and Knuckles at the end. So this should be Sonic Adventure and Knuckles. Yeah, Sonic and Knuckles was the standalone game. Sonic Adventure 2 and Knuckles. Apparently, in Japan at least, Shadow is the second most popular Sonic character, after Sonic himself. They did a poll. It was a long time ago, so I don't know, maybe things have changed now, but they did a poll about it. And it was Sonic, then Shadow, then Tails, in order of popularity. Knuckles, Omega, Sonic, Tails. The true order. Man, yeah, Omega really wasn't in this one, huh? I think you can get a statue of him. There's a secret statue collectible room. And I think you can get a statue of Omega in there. And I know you can get Jet as well. I don't think you can get Wave or Storm, but I know you can get Jet. So those two are in the game in some form, even if they don't actually make an appearance. Silver's good too. I do love Silver. Yeah, I mean, like, you could give me any Sonic character ranking and I'll be like, yeah, there's a good one. Because I pretty much like I like all the characters equally except for Sonic, who I like a little bit more than everyone else. Sonic is definitely my favorite. And then everybody else I like equally. But I only like them a little bit less than Sonic. Which is why I drew that huge picture. Somebody counted all the characters I drew, and it was like 98 characters. And I was like, whoa. Because I didn't keep track. I drew 98 Sonic characters, and it made me kind of wish I had drawn 2 more. Just to round it out to an even 100. I could have put Elise and the Gun Commander on there. Or I think there was somebody from the comics that I didn't put in. Clutch the Possum, I didn't put him in. I forgot all about him until after I posted it, and I was like, oh well. Should have added Sonic with a jacket. You mean evil Sonic? from the Archie comics. Sonic with a jacket and sunglasses. I think later on they made him green and renamed him to Scourge. It's so funny because Mel, my best friend, who used to be on my streams a lot but hasn't been in a long time, she once drew a Sonic fan character making fun of like bad Sonic fan characters. So she drew a green Sonic and put him in a leather jacket and glasses. And then like 6 months later she found a picture of Scourge. And she came to me and she was like, there really is a character like that one I made up. And I was like, I thought you knew that. I thought you were drawing Scourge. But she had no idea. It was just a coincidence. I thought she was making fun of Scourge, but she was making fun of fan characters, not realizing that she was drawing Scourge. Oh, yeah, that's nice. They recorded that at the anniversary live show thing. Oh, what's going on? Oh, this Eggman.
Are you sure you saw a door over here? What? You were the one who said you saw a door over here. Well, I know it was one of us. Shut up and keep looking.
Yeah, there's something off. There's something off about classic Eggman, and I'm pretty sure it's his head.
What time is it? It's the exact same time as when you asked earlier, and it'll be the exact same time when you ask later. There is no time here! Let me just say that this was a brilliant plan that you came up with. Don't get too self-righteous. It'll be your plan pretty soon. I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to forgetting it. I heard that! Do we ever win? That depends on your definition of win. Beating Sonic? Oh, well then no. That doesn't give me much hope. Maybe I'll go back and get my teaching degree. That's not a bad idea. I've always enjoyed telling people what to do.
I got the custom skill Supersonic. Alright. Well, that was the end of Sonic Generations. That was the end of Sonic Generations. See the universe where Eggman is a teacher. We'll see that in Sonic Mania, I guess. What is next? What is next? Is it Sonic Lost World? I think Lost World might be next. And then, wait, is Lost World next? I feel like Lost World was... This would have been 2011, and Lost World is 2013, yeah, so... Lost World probably was next. I think Lost World was 2013 anyway. Oh yeah, let's raid Danny. So I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, but I'll be back soon. We'll play Sonic Lost World, one that I don't like very much. And then after that is Sonic Forces, I think. There was a big gap. Because they were doing Sonic Boom games for a while. So, thank you, Suri, for being here. Thank you for the host, Scormac. We're getting pretty close to the end, because it's like Lost World, Forces, Mania, Team Sonic Racing, that's it. Mania comes before Forces, actually. I'll do Mania and I'll do Mania Plus as two separate streams. Because Mania comes before Forces and Mania Plus comes after Forces story-wise. So yeah, the new game definitely won't release before I'm done. So we'll probably do Lost World starting tomorrow, and then we'll get through them. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm out. Time to go raid Danny. Tell Danny I said, The Witcher is a video game that I think Danny would like. Tell Danny that I recommend The Witcher. Bye, everybody. I love you. Good night.